all of a sudden, there's a big rage on crypto Twitter and everywhere else about how October 10th now is not a hidden cause. Now we know what happened. No more speculation. Was it Trump? Was it someone else? Was it something else? No more speculation. Now the cat is out of the bag, as you call it, and newsletters and everyone is talking about what is the true reason why is the market imploding. And it's not what we thought. It's not the Trump, announcement on Friday night that caused the market to implode. At least, it's not the entire story. Okay, right now, and I'm going to share a newsletter from one of the main newsletters, in the crypto sphere, which is the Milk Road, which is saying the cause of this crash revealed. Okay, supposedly what they're saying, and let me enlarge this a little bit so we can. I'm not in the right place, right? So people can see it and understand it. Is okay, so that playbook is under threat. Okay, so everything. So look, this is what happens. Supposedly, right? This is the hidden thing. And let me just move myself a little bit so you can see actually what's written. I'm going to move myself to the other side. Bam. All right. So MSCI, one of the largest creator of indices in the world, okay, floated the idea that digital asset treasury DATs, which are MSTR and all those companies that buy Ethereum, buy XRP, buy Bitcoin, right, are not companies, and they're considered as funds actually, and should be removed for all indices as a result. Okay, now they're saying confused. All right, it's written, the DAT playbook. Okay, and here they go into explaining an explanation, of everything about the markets and MSTR, which look, MSTR after being added to the Russell 1000, moved at 300%. Okay, after being added to the index. Okay, so supposedly that being added to an index is a very good thing, right? And now there's a threat, all right? Because if all these companies cannot be in the indexes, and some of the companies like MSTR will be removed, then there's trouble around. Look, even Michael Saylor said, response to MSCI, strategy is not a fund, not a trust, and not a holding company. We're a publicly traded operating company with 500 million software business, blah 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 blah. Right? Look, so the timing of this explanation explains a lot, right? And guess what? When was it? Well, yeah, they made it on October 10th. So the proposal was on October 10th, right? Which was kickstarted a huge decline and 1.4 trillion wipeout, whatever, right? In 42 days. And they say that what's the mechanics? MXCI proposals spooked institutions as that flows have contributed heavily to the crypto recent price raise. We know that that's where institutions went in to bid the price up. So they de-risk their portfolios, okay? So because of this, they de-risked their portfolios, selling DATs, selling Bitcoin, selling everything that they have to de-risk their portfolio, okay? So now you have it. Now you understand. This explains a lot, okay? This explains a lot. Now, the main lesson here is not what happened, because for me, I don't really care. I don't really care because I don't trade based on narratives, okay? I understand them, I know them, I have them in the back of my mind, but they're not the main thing for me, okay? They're just something to have in the back of my mind. The main thing for me is price action. That's why when I do things, I look at charts. Now, a lot of people say, but Jomo, you know what charts are. They're voodoo. They don't predict the future. All that blah, blah nonsense of people that don't understand what technical analysis, price action, volume analysis, and charts are really all about. They're all just a visual representation of what's happening right now, the agreement of all the buyers and all the sellers in the price and in the volume. That's all clean, a clean setup to understand what's happening, okay? And for me, and we said that on our lives. I said it to our members since August, right? That I'm seeing clues that things are not acting right in Bitcoin, specifically good news met with bad price action. I actually showed this on Twitter. All right, let me find this for just 1 second. And look, and look, and look, and look. I actually said it on Twitter. Bitcoin is showing clear signs of distribution, right? You can read that, whatever, right? So I've showed, you see these poops? This is all clear signs of distribution. Now I appreciate the fact that it was later than October 10th, but we've seen this prior to that. I just didn't share it on Twitter. I shared it in my membership. That's it. But it's here, the distribution. So there were many clues on the charts, on the price action, on the volume analysis that something is wrong, and I didn't need to know what. All right. Same thing when something good is happening. I have, analysis that we do, okay, which is me on coins to understand when they can blow out, right? And again, I don't predict the future. I just use the analysis to take risk on trades, and 40% of them work, and when they work amazing. All right, that's how I trade. And you can go, all right, to my past video. I made a video a few days ago about all the trades we took in the membership in October, right? October 2025. You can go check it out, exactly all the winners, all the losers, how we take it, how professional I manage the group and the membership, okay, which is basically showing my trades for people to learn from. And of course they can copycat if they want, but that's on them, right? But it is what it is. You can do that if you want to. So I saw this coming from, well, a mile away, to be honest, okay? And again, I've been talking and discussing about this with the members, and they were all ready for this, very ready for this, okay? So now you know what happened exactly. That thing happened. That was a narrative. But you also know that a lot of people weren't ready, but I was ready, and I actually showed this not only on social media, but on the memberships also. And we were ready for that to happen. Okay. Why? Because of price action and volume analysis, which is basically technical analysis the way I do it. Okay. If you want to learn how I do it, very easy. All you need to do is come join our VIP, scan the QR code. You can come scan the QR code now. Okay. And also, I appreciate the fact that I want to give you a Black Friday thing. So, where is it here? Black Friday. It's only until, this Friday. So we have like a couple more days until like 29th of November, I guess, right? You have a 40% off for the VIP. Scan the QR code, go to your checkout, use the Black Friday 40 coupon code, click on apply, boom, you'll get the 40%. Go check it out now, okay? If you want, and later, whatever, okay? If you want to come later, of course you should come, whether you see this now or in a month. And of course, see the video I made. I'm gonna link it at the end of this video about all the trades we took. I'm not gonna do it again, but I did it once so people can see that I'm very transparent about the losses and the wins, and how wins outweigh the small losses by a landslide, right? Again, hopefully you get what I'm trying to reach to all of you, okay? I'm trying to reach to all of you. Being professional about this means understanding, the mechanics of things, and not necessarily trying to be smart about headlines, about macro ideas, because that's how you get things wrong over and over again. Thank you very much, everyone. Until next time, no edge, no trade. Cheers.